The silence in the apartment is a heavy leading weight. I need to buy a moment to negotiate with fate. I walk into the crowded bar, invisible and small, a ghost without a shadow standing up against the wall. But then I throw the car down, I ring the golden bell, around for everybody, breaking open up the shell. The heads all turn together, the eyes begin to shine. I'm purchasing the feeling that the universe is mine. Rush of validation is a lightning in the vein, a momentary shelter from the ordinary rain. I'm the hero of the hour, the savior of the night, bathed in artificial glory and the sudden blinding light. I know the math is broken, I know the crash is near, but I will pay any price to make the shadow disappear. The lights come on and closing, the magic drains away. The wallet is a graveyard in the harsh light of the day. The friends have all departed, the hero is alone, sitting on the curb with a dead and silent phone. The highest turn to hollow, the brightest turn to shame, waiting for the paycheck so I can restart the game. It's an expensive hallucination, a trick of the light, to feel morally superior for just a single night. I'm addicted to the rescue, the look upon their face, the only time I feel like I am worthy of the space. The pockets are dry, the hero must die until the next time. brew the coffee in the silence of the dawn. But without an audience, the flavor isn't drawn. I arrange the heavy books upon the wooden shelf, a curated exhibit of the version of myself. If a tree falls in the forest and nobody is around, does it really make a crash? Does it really make a sound? I am fading in the kitchen, turning into gray, waiting for the camera light to validate the day. The panic is a vapor that is rising from the floor. I'm barely even breathing till you walk inside the door. I need the observation, the recording of the deep, to satisfy the hunger of the deep and hollow need. I'm rehearsing every gesture, I'm polishing the line, waiting for the signal that the moment is divine. I need the witness, I need the eye, watching, to prove I'm living, to verify, I'm performing for the shadows standing in the hall. If you look away, I don't exist at all. You are the proof of life, the lens and the light. Save me from the nothing of the solitary night. I've outsourced my existence entirely to you. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. The eye is closed, the truth exposed. solid. The walls are painted white. You're sleeping in the comfort of a quiet, steady night. But I am waking up inside the itch underneath the skin, wondering just how much pressure makes the structure cave right in. I'll push you to the left just to see if you will fall, to feel the terrifying thrill of risking it all. The vertigo is calling, the danger is the drug. I'm pulling at the thread of the perfect woven rug. Will you stay or will you shatter? Will you finally break? I need to cause the tremble, just to feel the earth shake. I'm hammering the safety glass. Waiting for the brave to pass. It's a dark exhilaration, testing out the bind to see if I can leave the wreckage far behind. Then I pull you back from the edge of the abyss, sealing up the danger with a desperate kiss. The strain, the pain, the vein, the rain. The vein, the rain, the rain. Don't let go. Don't let go. Safety glass. Let it go. Safety glass. Let it go. Rapture. Let it go. Let it go. The risk that I take. Let it go. The panic in your eyes is a mirror that I need to prove that I still have the power to make the spirit bleed. But then the wave recedes and I am terrified of loss, counting up the damage and calculating cost. You didn't break, you stood your ground, the limit held fast. I'm safe inside the shelter of the danger that has passed. It's a cycle of destruction, a gamble with the heart. Tear everything we built completely apart, just to feel the relief when the walls don't descend. Testing every begin by threatening the end. The cracks are gone, the love holds on. I put the hammer down. Say clash. Say clash. The bartender nods, a silent knowing priest, preparing the altar for the solitary beast. I don't need the menu, I don't need the list. I'm ordering the shadow that exists inside the mist. He muddles up the sugar with the bitterness of rule, a liquid incantation summoning the thought of you. The absinthe rinses coating every side of heavy glass, a green and toxic window to the wreckage of the past. inside the memory, again dangerously dim. I lift the heavy crystal, I prepare to take the hit, to reignite the candle that I know I shouldn't lit. It isn't for the flavor, it isn't for the thirst. I'm bracing for the moment when the heavy dam will burst. I drink the liquid echo, I swallow down the ghost. Burning, burning, a toast to what I lost the most. Turning it, I need the specific sting, the ritual of pain, to walk the cobblestones of the bitter memory lane. The burn is the connection, the flaw and the perfection. Inside the hollow of the chest, a heavy dark companion putting turbulence to rest. The failure is a movie that is playing on repeat, projected on the back of every stranger in the street. I sit inside the feeling, let it wrap me in the cold. A story that is tragic and 1,000 years old. It's a cyclical devotion to the altar of the lost. I never stop to calculate the ruin or the cost. I order up another just to keep the ghost alive. The only way I know that I can manage to survive. The glass is dry, the echoes die. I pay the tab. Liquid echo, liquid echo, liquid echo. You stepped inside the circle, you touched the inner wire. I felt the panic rising, a cold and sudden fire. Too close for comfort, too heavy on the chest. I retreat into the shadow, put the silence to the test. I send the message freezing, I turn the shoulder cold. Breaking off the contact, the story often told. Now I'm waiting in the vacuum, checking on the phone. Addicted to the danger of standing here alone. I built the wall to see if you would try to climb. I'm guilty of the distance, addicted to the crime. Will you chase the phantom? Will you run the race? I need to feel you hunting in this empty space. I push you out to pull you in. Free. friction, addicted to the spin. Listen, I only feel the love when you are chasing down the ghost. I need the separation when I need you more. The recoil is the rush, the silence is the lie. The pull, the void, the fool, come find me. Come find me. Running back, rendition. Running back, running back. Salvation, the ghost habit, the ghost habit, the ghost habit. I gotta have it, the ghost habit, the ghost habit. You broke the barrier, you're standing here again. The validation floods me like a heavy warm rain. The tension is dissolved, the friction fades away, but safety is a boredom that I cannot obey. I feel the cycle turning, the itch begins to start to create a little distance in the center of the heart. It's a sick geometry, a line I have to bend. I break it just to watch you try to make it mend. I'm terrified of stillness, I'm terrified of peace. I need the constant struggle, so the feelings never cease. The ghost is fading out, the shadow and the doubt. I push you out again, just to pull you in. Running back, running back, running back, running back, running back, running back. Salvation, the ghost habit, the ghost temperature and tone. I cannot exist in this atmosphere alone. The dizziness is gone. The anchor holds on. Safe in the radius. Just stay right here. Wake up to the perfect light, the sky is crystal blue, but I'm hunting for the crack to let the shadow through. The happiness is slippery, it's hard to hold the grip. I'd rather drink the poison from a familiar cup and sip. I'm in a cure the misery to keep it looking fresh. A comfortable thorn inside the tender of the flesh. It's quiet in the garden, but I'm listening for the storm to wrap me in the blanket that keeps the victim warm. I feel the peace begin to settle, and I start to shake. I need to find a problem just to keep myself awake. The narrative is written in the creases of my frown. I'm building up the kingdom just to burn the castle down. The weight is where I'm anchored. The struggle is the ground. I'm lost inside the joy until the heavy chain is found. I pick the sky to feel the light bleeding, bleeding. I fall in love with every night, bleeding, needing. It's not the pain, it's who I am. The martyr in the diagram. I hold it close, I stand apart, nursing the bruise inside the heart. The ache, the break, the fade, the stay. It's mine to keep, it's mine to keep. It's mine to keep. My favorite scar, my favorite scar, the certainty. My favorite scar, my favorite scar, identity. The comfort of the rain. The rhythm of the pain. They offer me a remedy, a way to heal the bone, but I defend the tragedy, I claim it as my own. Without the constant gravity, I'd float away into space. I need the look of pity on a stranger's passing face. The dissatisfaction is a friend that never leaves, hiding in the fabric of my rolled up winter sleeves. It's a twisted kind of loyalty, a vow I maximize, to never let the optimism open up my eyes. I'm safe inside the story where I'm always treated wrong. It's the only way I know how to belong. the bottle of the gin. The clear and burning liquid is the solvent for the mind, leaving all the heavy geometry behind. I feel the shutter closing, the aperture is wide. There is no longer anywhere for consciousness to hide. The burn is the beginning of the beautiful decay, washing all the sharp and jagged corners of the day. I drink the soft focus, I swallow the blur, fading. The lines are unsure, shading. I trade the clarity for something less defined. A gentle fog settled in the valley of the mind. No self to judge, no mirror on the shelf. I'm finally protected from the vision of myself. The haze, the glaze, the face, the maze. Resolution low, let the ego go. The comfort of the smear, the silencing of fear. The room is swimming gently like a watercolor painting. The rigid laws of gravity are quietly fainting. I am a smear of color in a softly lit room, floating in the safety of the manufactured gloom. The cheap, clear spirit is the artist of the night, turning every heavy wrong into a fuzzy light. It's a chemical erosion of the things I have to be, a temporary blindness that allows me to be free. I know the morning brings the sharpness and the sting, but right now I am listening to the static spirit sing. The edges are gone. I'm saving the day, I'm saving the day, saving the day. I'm by the shade, I'm saving the gray, I'm saving the day. The edges are gone. I'm by the shade, the valley is drawn. I'm saving the gray, I'm safe in the gray. I'm by the shade, I'm safe in the gray, I'm safe in the gray. I walk behind the velvet rope, I hold the heavy door, walking on the petals of the roses on the floor. The camera flashes detonate, a lightning storm of praise. I'm standing in the radius, I'm standing in the blaze. They shout the name, they reach the hand, they cry out for the king. I'm just a silent satellite inside the golden ring, but when the light reflects on me, I feel the sudden heat. I'm stealing all the glory from the backseat. I didn't earn the trophy, I didn't run the race, but I am getting high upon the recognition in this place. The proximity is potent, the validation is sweet. I'm wearing someone else's crown and sitting in the seat. The shadow is the shelter where I finally feel tall. I'm nothing on my own, but I'm a giant. I'm living in the pole of light, shining on There's a vacuum where the ego used to go. I'm standing on the pavement with the confetti on my shoes, checking on the socials for the pictures in the news. I crop the photo tightly just to make it look like me, the solitary hero of the empty galaxy. It's a vampire addiction, drinking up the fame. I'm terrified that no one actually knows my name. I'm orbiting a planet that is burning out so fast. I know the stolen sunshine isn't ever gonna last. The light goes out, the shadow down, I'm invisible again. The black mirror waiting on the wooden stand, a portal to the chaos right inside my hand. I have a mountain of the things I need to do, but I am sliding down the glass into the blue. I open up the floodgates, let the torrent start to numb the steady beating of the anxious heart. The world is burning down in pixels and in light, and I am safely frozen in the middle of the night. Inside the blue stasis, drowning in the stream, scrolling, scrolling, awaking digital dream, trolling, trolling. I use the noise of everyone to silence my own head, a passive consumption while I'm lying in my bed. The infinite distraction is the wall I build around. So the silence of my failure never makes a single sound. The speed, the greed, the need. Don't look away. Don't look away. I expectations left for me to break. No more decisions that I have to make. The luxury of having nothing left is feeling whole inside of the theft. A perverse joy in laying on the stone, finally completely on my own. The world is screaming loudly up above, demanding all my labor and my love, but I'm suspended in the darkest blue, when nothing that they say is ever true. The cathartic abyss is soft and deep, the only place where I can finally sleep. The struggle ends, the floor defends. I'm safe down here. The inner critic holds a gavel in the dark, a real endless banging, leaving every single mark. The mind is a courtroom where the noise will never cease, unless I find the battery that powers up the peace. It is an intoxication that I'm hunting in the night. It's the switch to turn the heavy darkness into light. The single malt is sitting like a sentry on the shelf, the only way to separate the shadow from the self. It's not the spinning room I need, I don't desire the blur. I just require silence where the thoughts differentiate and slur. The beat is rising up to meet the panic and the noise, silencing the poison A cessation of the thought is like a blanket on the snow. A momentary stillness where the ego doesn't go. No critical analysis, no recounting of the crime. Just a smoky, thick suspension of the passing of the time. The liquid is the anchor in the ocean of the storm. The artificial stillness that is comforting and warm. The vacuum is addictive, the emptiness is sweet. The only place where failure and forgiveness finally meet. It's a heavy price to pay for a moment of relief, to drown the noisy lawyer who is causing all the grief. The glass is draining down. The static wears a crown.